Alright, what up, people? Back here on the Kings of Kings channel. Haven't done a video here in a while, so um, decided to make a video, and this video is gonna be 17, yes, 17 superstars who I feel will have a great 2011. Um, these are all young stars. Some of them maybe they're underrated. They've been with the company for a while, but they're a bit underrated. But this is just my opinion. Keep that in mind. So my first superstar is Alex Riley. Alex Riley, he's kind of in the doghouse right now, but I feel 2012 they'll finally start putting him back on television and making him this top face. Um, I feel they should move him back to SmackDown. He was on SmackDown for like a day, got buried, then went back to Raw and became this big face. And I feel Alex Riley would make a good addition to Friday Night SmackDown as a top face. So Alex Riley. Number two is Christian. Christian is injured right now, but I feel when he comes back, WWE's finally gonna realize that, we need to utilize him. Christian's our backup guy. Um, Christian is the guy who's gonna be in the WWE for quite a while. I'm expecting him to win the world title a couple more times, and just have another successful run with the company. And number three is Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, you could tell from a mile that he has a bright future ahead of him. Um, they gave him the mask gimmick, which was awesome. Sadly, he dropped it. And the gimmick he has right now is still pretty good. I'm still a fan of Cody Rhodes, and by 2012 will be a year for him. I believe maybe he'll win the world title in 2012. Number four is sort of a jobber. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but it's Curt Hawkins, and I personally like Curt Hawkins. He's a great wrestler, and he's tag teaming right now with Tyler X on NXT. But Curt Hawkins has been with the company for quite a while, say 3-4 years. He was in the La Familia. He was tag team with Zack Ryder, and overall he's just freaking awesome. And it'd be nice to see him on television more. Maybe him and Rex as a tag team. I do feel Curt Hawkins will accomplish more than Tyler X because Tyler X is like 34 and Curt Hawkins is still a kid. He's like 25. But next star is Dolph Ziggler. I'm predicting that Dolph Ziggler will win the Royal Rumble. If he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, he'll definitely be in the WWE title match. Because on Monday Night Raw, he'll get screwed by the It Begins person. Then he'll get a rematch, and then he'll lose. And maybe he could just win the Royal Rumble later that night or something. Or maybe WWE can find something else to do with him. But do not put him in another stupid match like they did last year. Number 6 is Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre recently got moved to SmackDown, which is awesome. It was great seeing Drew McIntyre back on TV. Sadly, he lost to Ezekiel Jackson. I do not like Ezekiel Jackson whatsoever. He looks like an old man with that hair. And I really feel that Drew McIntyre will, take over SmackDown in 2012 because when he got drafted to Raw, he really did not do anything. He had like 2 matches, and that was about it. But Drew McIntyre, he's a chosen one. Next person, you're gonna call me a mark, but Unico. I like Unico a lot. I kind of like his gimmick. I do not. I prefer his gimmick more than JTG's because JTG's is just horrible. But Unico, he's great in the ring. I like how he knows like 3 wrestling styles, and he just looked like a boss walking while riding out with that lowrider bike. That was awesome. But and everybody seems to like Unico. Booker T, Michael Cole likes Unico. Josh Matthews is just stupid. He doesn't give a shit. Um, but Unico, maybe give him an IC championship next year, or maybe a tag team title with Camacho. That'd be pretty awesome. The next guy. A lot of people do not like this guy, but I do. Jinder Mahal. Now I know this gimmick he has right now in this feud with Ted DiBiase. It's yeah. I don't know what to say about it, but I just find that little thing he wears on his head racist. Because don't Arabs wear that? I didn't know Indians wear that. But whatever, they just need an Indian guy, and Jinder Mahal is Canadian. And, I don't know, a lot of people don't like him because, they say he's boring. But, in my opinion, he has a look of a star. Like, I know they're just calling him Muhammad Hassan 2.0. But maybe he can go farther than Muhammad Hassan. Muhammad Hassan was great. and was going to win the world title, and maybe they dropped it because of some racist thing. But you know, if they just utilize Jinder Mahal properly and help him improve in the ring and his mic skills, you know, his gimmick can go successful on SmackDown. Next person is Mason Ryan, who has been written off television for a while. I haven't seen him on TV for a while. He was on TV like every single week. He was like very built up to win the U.S. title from Dolph Ziggler, but they gave it to Zack Ryder. And, you know, he was just squashing Dolph Ziggler every freaking week. I liked it. And, you know, obviously they like Mason Ryan. I know he's not the best wrestler, but, he's like a Batista, you know. I guess, well, I gotta stop saying, you know. But Mason Ryan, I like him, and I do feel he'll have a good 2012. Next person is Michael McGillicutty, hashtag boss, the guy who wears the backwards hat like a boss. But seriously, Michael McGillicutty, if they change his ring name back to Joe Hennig, that would be great because the guy's a good wrestler. The guy just needs to improve on his mic skills. Um, but overall, I think the guy will be successful in 2012 instead of being in some jobber tag team and competing on Superstars. So next guy is Ted DiBiase Jr. Recently turned face 2 months ago. I'm a fan of him. I like him. I've liked him since the beginning. I was asking for a Ted DiBiase face turn for a while, and I thought they were gonna feud him with Cody Rhodes, but sadly that ended. They came up short with that, and you know he's just like this face on SmackDown who squashes the jobber heels. Even though he tapped out at Jinder Mahal, which didn't make any sense. But I do feel Ted DiBiase will have a good run in 2012 as a face, and you know maybe he could be a top face on SmackDown. You never know. Next guy is Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd is probably one of the most underrated WWE superstars right now. Who's great in the ring, not horrible on the mic, I would say. He cuts a couple promos on NXT sometimes, and they're pretty decent. And but basically the guy, why they don't like the guy is because maybe because he knows the hearts real well. He trained in the Hard Dungeon, and he's small. He's like 5'8". That's probably the reason they're not using him because he's small. But that's just my opinion. Maybe he'll have a good run with Natalia, like a little reformation of the Hard Dynasty, like we saw on Monday Night Raw. Um, I tweeted him if we had a chance to see a reformation of the Hard Dynasty, and he responded. He said that's doubtful. So, but you never know. Next person is Wade Barrett. It's not very shocking. He probably will win the Royal Rumble if it's not Dolph Ziggler. And he recently took out Randy Orton at Friday Night SmackDown I think it's a kayfabe injury. Randy Orton will be back in a couple of weeks. He's not out for 6 months. But Wade Barrett, if he were to win the Rumble, I see Orton coming back at Chamber as like a surprise entrant or something. Like if someone gets injured, like they did a Kofi Kingston and Edge, like where Edge just came out and attacked Kofi Kingston. Or what they did with Big Show last year when everybody thought it was going to be Christian, but it was Big Show, which is a huge disappointment. But nonetheless, I do feel Randy Orton will come back for Wade Barrett. Maybe it'll lead up to a Mania match. And maybe Wade Barrett can please go over on that one. Maybe Randy Orton will win the Rumble because the Rumble's in his hometown. Maybe he can cost Wade Barrett the Rumble. But that's just my opinion. Next person, Zack Ryder. Current U.S. title champion, whatever. Has had a great end of 2011. I mean, he started out as a jobber and became this big face on Raw who gets like big reactions from the crowd whenever he fist pumps or does anything. Like he gets chants when he's not even on the show, so that's pretty impressive. And he made a good web show. He got himself popular overall, and he'll have a good 2012. The next person is Sheamus, the Great White Sheamus. Right now, they're not really doing anything with him. He's just squashing jobbers like Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater. But I think Sheamus is another guy you could say could win the Rumble. Ever since they turned him face, Sheamus has been like an unstoppable Great White Shark. You know, he's just been squashing everybody. He's supposed to finish up this feud with Christian. If Christian were to win the Rumble, which is highly not possible, he will come in like at number 30 and then eliminate Sheamus and then toss him out of the ring and win the Rumble, and then Sheamus goes on to win the world title in Elimination Chamber, and it'll be like Sheamus versus Christian versus Orton at Mania or something. That would be pretty awesome. But that's just my opinion. R-Truth, R-Truth right now, I'm so glad they did not change his gimmick. I mean, he's still a heel in my opinion. I don't think he turned babyface, but I understand they want to turn him babyface to promote his little Jimmy stuff, but I feel that would be a mistake. Not now. Let him have another time as a heel. He hasn't been a heel for that long. He's been a heel for a couple months, but he needs just one more run as a heel. And the next person I'm going to say should turn babyface, and that is The Miz. The Miz, R-Truth is probably going to be coming out every week and attacking The Miz, like he said. And why not turn The Miz a big face, Have him the next big face on Raw. He has the ability to make him. Fans like him. He's very popular with the media. He could probably sell merchandise. He could be a top face. And having this feud with Truth could lead up to a Mania match. R-Truth versus The Miz, with Truth coming in as the heel and Miz coming in as the face. That would be good in my opinion. So those are all the superstars that I feel who have a good 2012. Not all these superstars I'm saying are going to win world titles. Mid-card titles, tag team titles, maybe something like that. Like Hawkins, maybe a tag title, Kuniko tag title, IC title, Tyson Kidd tag title, United States title, something like that. But I'm not saying that they're all going to become world champions. But some of them will, like Rhodes, Christian, Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Miz, Truth, maybe. All of those. Maybe they'll become world champion. But that's the end for this video, guys. 11 minutes for 17 superstars. I find that very good. Remember to subscribe to the Kings of Kings and all the members of the Kings of Kings, and subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter and get me to 500 followers. So thank you all for watching this video and have a good day.